Hi everyone, welcome to the second day of Teams Day Online, and I'm Michelle Wong, and welcome to my session, and let's get started. Here today my session is about Microsoft Teams and Power Automate, and I would like to show you how well integrated both applications are. And so my session title is Microsoft Teams and Power Automate Rocking on Stage. So here's about a little bit introduction about myself. I'm Michelle Wong, I'm from the Netherlands. I'm a Microsoft 365 consultant. I'm MVP of Business Applications, and I focus on SharePoint Online, Microsoft Teams, and everything with Power Platform. I'm an owner of 365 Power Consulting Services, and over here you can see my Twitter handle and my LinkedIn page, so feel free to get connected. This one, there's an icon. My daughter Rochelle drew it for me. She used different apps to create those nice, good-looking drawings, and I promised her to use it as much as possible. So I put it over here in my introduction slide. She's also known as Little Artist Ro. You can see her Twitter handle over here. So if you would like to draw something for you, you can get connected with her. So let's get started. First of all, I would like to do a brief introduction, and then I have prepared 4 different demos I would like to show you, which you can see how Flow, Power Automate, and Microsoft Teams are well integrated with each other. So here I want to show you some Teams usage over the past years. Microsoft Teams was introduced in March 2007, and here is statistics that is given by Microsoft over the first year of Microsoft Teams, and you can see there are over 2,000 organizations are using Teams. There are 39 languages supported in Teams, and so on. And in here you can see the growing in 2019. Over 91% of the Fortune 100 companies are using Teams, and in 2020 there are 53 languages already supported in Teams, over 181 markets, and 93 companies of the Fortune 100 companies are already using Teams. So it's growing very fast, as you can see over the Teams online days, Teams online days these days, how much information you will get. Yeah, that's there are a lot of focus on Microsoft Teams. Besides Teams, we have another platform which is also widely known, and that is the Microsoft Power Platform. Here you can see the Power Platform family. It consists of Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, and Power Virtual Agent, which the Power Apps and Power Automate you get from Microsoft 365. Of course, it depends on the licensing model you have, but overall you can make use of Power Apps for Office 365 or Flow for Office 365. You can use it as a user. Here in the Office 365 application suite, you can see also the apps is including, and today you can see here, here's the infrastructure of Power Platform. Here are the four applications, Power Apps, Power BI, Power Virtual Agents, and Power Automate, of course. It's on top of Azure, and it's well integrated with Dynamics 365, Office 365, and you can also create standalone apps. In this demo, I show you the integration about Power Automate and Microsoft Teams. So here I'm doing coming to my first demo. First of all, I will show you in Teams admin how you can activate the Flow app for Teams. And when it is activated, you can call Flowbot to do something for you. You can ask Flowbot, hey, Flowbot, how much, which flows I can use. You can ask a list of flows that you can trigger. Of course, it depends on the permissions you have, but it will also run automatically. Here I create a demo, which I ask Flowbot, hey Flowbot, show me a list of flows that I can run. And one of the flows that I can run is ask today's weather. It's connected with the weather connector of Microsoft. And then I use an adaptive card to create a nice looking card view. And then I say, hey, place it into a Teams channel for me. And this is an example. So let me show you how you can do this. You go to the Teams Admin Center, and then in the Teams Admin Center on the Teams app, you can select the setup policy. Of course, you need to get the permissions to go to go over the Teams Admin Center. If not, you can ask your administrator to do this. In the global admin policy, depends on which policies you have. You can here see all the apps, and that will reference with the tabs, the links, the menus on the left hand side in Teams. So you click on add an app, and then for example I type in Power Automate. It's already selected for me, but then you can see over on the right side an add button. You can click on add, and then let's say, so for Flow, you can click on the add button and then add it into the list. Then it will be activated. If you want to, you can move it up, move it down, but after a while it will publish over the whole Microsoft Teams suite. So in the Teams client, users can see an extra tab. Here in my Microsoft Teams environment, I already insert this. I click on the Flow tab, Flow icon, and here you can see here's a page of Microsoft Flow. You see a little bit a description, and I can say, hey, what can I do here? I can say, show me a list of flows that I can run. Then I press on enter. Then the flow bot will get triggered, and you can see here all the triggered flow that is on schedule that can be request to run, or the manually triggered flows with no input. So I don't have to do any input in my flow or scheduled flows. I can run them. So for example, I have my demo 1. I can say, hey, run flow number 1 for me, and that's the weather forecast. I press on enter, and then Flowbot say, hey, it's done. So I go to my let's see how I can show you. Here's my Power Automate page. I open the Teams demo, so you can see the flows. Actually, it's a scheduled flow. As you can see, every day 8 o'clock it will run. It will set some placeholders, and in the connector current weather, it get the place Barcelona in this example. Get the forecast of today, and then with use of an adaptive card, place it into an fun and social channel. So I go to my Teams client, in my Teams, here in my Power Platform Teams, in my Fun and Social channel, I can see my triggered adaptive cards. As you can see over here, it's Barcelona, and today's weather is 28 Celsius. So it's quite good weather over there. But just with a trigger, as you can see, I say, hey, run flow number 1, then the flow will be triggered, and over here I ask it again. So that's the first part, how you can activate Flowbot and how you can run a flow within Teams. This is demo 1. And let's go over to demo 2. Demo 2 is another use case scenario that I want to show you. It's an HR business process case. Last time, one of my colleagues asked me, hey, Michelle, can you give me a list of college birthdays? Then so we can prepare a bunch of flowers to them and send it over to them when we know it's their birthday, or send them a bunch of flower on their birthday. But I have to prepare that before. So I want to receive a list of college of their birthday. So in that month. So I created a scenario for them, and this is how I created. I have a flow triggered. It's run on a scheduled task every month, the 15th. Run the flow, grab all the informations in Office 365, do a data check if today's day or the user's birthday is in this month of coming month, then put it in my list. If not, do nothing. That's a condition that I have put in my flow. Then send an email to the mailbox of HR, and also put a list of birthdays of college, and set it also in the Teams channel of HR. So let's see it in action. First of all, I show the flow, how I created. Here, the deep dive into the flow. It's run every month, the 15th on 10 a.m. It will be triggered. Grab the current month, get all the users of Office 365, and then do a condition check. If the birthday date is birthday month of this user is in current month, then put it in the list. If not, do nothing. So create it into a table, and as you can see over here, send the output to the mailbox of HR, and also put it as a reminder in the Power Platform HR, I call it, in the Teams of Power Platform, and in the channel HR reminders. So all the colleagues of HR know who are which birthday is of those college. So let's see it in action. As you see, it was a scheduled flow. So in scheduled flow, and I get the right permissions, I can ask Flowbot to run this for me. So I don't have to wait until every 15th of the month. So list flows. I press on enter. And I would like to trigger number 2, and that's the demo. Get a list of colleagues' birthday. So I say run flow number 2, press enter, and Flowbot say, hey, it's done. I go over to my Teams, and in this case, to the Power Platform HR over here, and I hear a ping. I go to my email. You see here is the list, the mailbox. Hey, hello HR. Here is the list of birthdays in this month, and a message will automatically send to them. I go back to my Teams client, to the HR reminder, and here I can also see in the HR reminder channel the list of colleagues. Actually, it's the same message. So not only I send it to the mailbox of HR, but also into an HR reminder channel. If I don't ask Flowbot to run this for me, it will also run every 15th of the month. So this does the demo 2, but I can also run demo 3, and demo 3 is this one. Sorry, I do a little bit. So here's demo 3. It's also the business case of HR business. You can see here, check today's day. If it's my colleague's birthday, then send a personal birthday message to the email, and of course we want to let all other colleagues know it's today this colleague's birthday, so we can send him or her a birthday message. Here's what the flow will do. Flow will be scheduled and run every day in the morning. Grab all Office 365 users, get their birthday dates, and do a condition check. If today's day, if birthday of the user, then grab an image from the SharePoint list. I have an image library with 8 different image cards, and then grab randomly one of them and then send it to this colleague. Then send an email birthday message, also create an adaptive card and post a message in the Teams social and fun. That's what this flow will do. Here you can see an example of a happy birthday message, and let's try demo 3. Let me see. I say, hey Flowbot, run. I can run it directly. Run flow number 3. Check today's birthday, and then send a message in Microsoft Teams. Let's see over here. I heard a message. This is the message. I have today's my birthday. Then as a user, I received the message. Hey Michelle, happy birthday. You see a little bit confetti effect. Happy birthday, and then Team HR. If I go to over here, I can test another test. You see another birthday card will be grabbed. Let me show you over here. Sorry, it's over Power Platform, and then here the birthday image. This is an image library. Over here you can see 8 different cards, birthday cards, and in the flow, let me show you the flow, how it looks like. It will schedule every day 8 o'clock, and then grab today's date, grab all the users, and then do a check for me. If it's matched, then grab a random number 1 to 8, and that will get the birthday card. And then get the file properties of this image, and then send an email birthday message to this user. and also put the image card inside the email. Also create an adaptive card and post it into the fun and social of Power Platform Teams. So how it will looks like in Teams. I go to my Teams channel, in my Teams, and go over Power Platform and Fun and Social channel. Over here, you see an adaptive card. Today is Michelle's birthday. Colleagues, wish Michelle to have a nice day. So all other colleagues can send Michelle a birthday wish or other things. Yeah, this is demo 3. And also I have another last demo that's a little bit more complicated, but very handy, especially for the administrators, because I think that's one of the flows every administrator would like to have. First of all, I go back to my slide. So I start demo 4. Here, demo 4 scenario, it's an IT administrator business case. It will do a team provisioning process, and when someone fill in to request a team, in this case, I don't have a form or so, but you can of course create a form and then fill in all the information into a SharePoint list. But my trigger is a SharePoint list. When a new item has been created, then create an adaptive card with an approval, send it into the Teams admin, and then if the administrator approve it, administrator approve it, it will be the Teams will be generated, will be created, and will be updated in the SharePoint list, and also notify the requester that the Teams has been created. There are a little bit things you have to do before. One of them is go to your Azure admin portal and then do an app registration first. Also, I used a SharePoint list as a trigger and to grab the owner information, who will be the owner of this team, and then update the SharePoint list to know the status about the Teams request. When it is approved in Teams, then or rejected. If it rejected, send an email back to the requester, and if it approved, then it will create a Microsoft 365 group, and over there it will also add a team into the platform, into the 365 environment. A mail notification will be sent to the requester, and here you can see the overall process. Yeah, so let's see it in action. First of all, I would like to show you the flow. Because the trigger of this is when an item has been created in SharePoint list. So it's not a scheduled flow, and also not a button flow in Power Automate. So the flowbot cannot request to run this flow. So you don't see the demo 4 in the flow list of flowbot in Teams. But to show you this demo, I create this when an item is created in a SharePoint list. I show you this is a team provisioning. This is a team list. When an item is created in a Teams provisioning list, then this flow will be triggered. I grabbed some information that I needed, some variables. Also get the admin account and get the detailed info of the requester, in this case, who will be the owner of this team. Check if it needs to be private or public, and also prepare the team name, because I set a prefix before the team. If it's a project team, then it will get a prefix project underscore and then the requested team name. Or if it is an internal teams, then it will get a prefix before, let's say intern underscore team name. So as an administrator, you can have a good, nice looking view of all the teams that has been requested. Thereafter, when the teams has been created, update the team, update the list item, and in the request team approval, create an adaptive card. We ask for an approval. So the administrator have to check, hey, is the teams already been created, or is it good to give this user a team or not? So the administrator can do a last check over this request. Of course, I have a condition. If it is not approved, then update my SharePoint list item and also send an email to the requester and tell it the teams has been rejected. If it is approved, then we go over the left hand side, update my SharePoint list, create an Office 365 group, and create the team. So you can see over here, create a team, wait 30 seconds because the 365 tenant needs some time, and I set a delay on this to make sure the team has been created. But also in the Teams template settings, I already fill in some requirements that we want to as an administrator. Let's say may users delete some message, or can they create channels? How about the Giphies? Is it set preset as an allow? Is it enabled or is it disabled? So you can set some settings over here. Of course, the Teams administrator as a team owner can change this, but as an provisioning teams, you can do this. You can provide a template for them. As an extra feature, I also create some extra channels into the Teams. I create a fun and social channel, and when it's created, then send an email to the owner with Teams details, the name, etc., that it has been created, and also post a message into the administrator channel, so they know everything was well prepared and the Teams has been created. So it's a very complex flow, but I would like to show you so you can think about what the possibilities are. Yeah, sorry. Go to over here. Let's create one. The trigger, demo, Teams online days, Teams Day Online. And who will be the owner? Owner will be Rochelle. And request status, I don't have to fill in this. I need to tell them what kind of templates I want. As I said, the prefix actually. This is an internal, for internal usage. It is private or not. Yes, it's private. And then for demo purpose. Of course, you can create a form on Power Apps Power App for this form, but for this demo I just use a SharePoint list to trigger. I put save. Now my flow will be triggered, and then it will run automatically. I expect a request into my Teams. I will expect a request in my Teams requests. I can go to this and see. Yes, it's running. My flow is running. And over here you can see as an administrator I get a message. Hey, here's a Teams request. I can see the details if I want to, but I can also say, hey, approved. Okay, approved. When an administrator or someone else with the right permissions approved or reject this, the flow will go further. So I submit this, and now in the flow you can see it will create a new Microsoft 365 group for me, thereafter a team, and in the team an extra fun and social channel. When all of these are done, we will receive a message, a confirmation message. Let's wait a few seconds. Still running. Okay, here it is. Here, as you can see here below, the TeamsDayOnline demo has the Teams has been created. I wait a few seconds, and then I expect another channel, and that will be the fun and social channel also over here. I see an activity. Oh, does this go to Teams? Oh, here you can see in my Teams Day channel there is also another fun and social channel created over here. Oh, we have to refresh. Here's my extra channel, and if I look into this team and I manage my team in the settings, you can see some permissions are unticked, unselected, or some of them are not as default selected. Finally, in my Power Platform Teams request, I see a message. I can click over here, and this is the final message. Hey, the demo of the Teams request, internal demo TeamsDayOnline, has been created, and Rochelle is added as an owner. So as you can see, my flow runs successfully, and that was my demo 4. Still have some time left. So a little bit recap. Office 365, also known right now as Microsoft 365. You can see how well integrated it is already with Power Platform, and you can also call third-party connectors. Like one of the demos, I use a weather connector to grab the information, the weather information in Barcelona. And also it uses Azure services as backend, so I can get a lot of possibilities right now. So it's not only within your Microsoft 365 tenant anymore. I have much more possibilities to transform my data from one application to another. I can request a Twitter feed to post message, or when something about my company is feeded in the Twitter, so I can receive some information. You can do much more, and you can think much more what is possible or not. It's not only in Microsoft 365, it's also in Power Platform, or it's also over the whole world. You can use. You can also use on-premises connection, like SQL data. I can grab information from my SQL server and then do something with those data and pass it over to another one. And finally, send a message into Teams to let you know it has been created or not, or think everything what you can, what is possible, what are the possibilities, and think outside your comfort zone. That's actually the recap, that the information that I want to tell you. Yeah, it's just much more easier to automate and digitalize your businesses right now. So think outside the business processes, think in business processes, and look what kind of application will suit your solution. The most of the thing is now possible. So yeah, that's the recap. That's the message I would like to show you. And yeah, here, feel free to give us some feedback. I would just like to know about your feedback about my session, but also about the event. So here on QR code, you can scan it. Thank you for all the sponsors. Without them, we don't have 2 great days of TeamsDayOnline. And yeah, so I don't know if still have some time left or not, but if it's possible, feel free to ask questions or get connected with me, so you can send me a message for any questions or requests. So thank you for your attention.